Growing vegetables in an innovative way can make you very rich. San Francisco startup Plenty, which specializes in vertical farming, has secured $200 million from investors. Among the investors are Japanese media corporation Softbank, Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, and Amazon. Plenty's farming design allows plants to grow vertically on the sides of a tall tower. Lights are also arranged vertically to give plants as much exposure as possible. The vertical farm can grow up to 350 times more produce than conventional farming methods in the same amount of space. Plenty is planning on building indoor vertical farms, covering an area as large as 5 acres, which is roughly the size of larger supermarkets such as Walmart. The vertical farms will be built next to large cities in order to reduce delivery times of the produce. Plenty was founded in 2013 and has offices in San Francisco and Wyoming. The firm plans to distribute its vertically grown food starting this fall. Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. Plenty is not the first nor the only firm specializing in vertical farming. Keep watching. Indoor vertical farm near New York City uses less water and produces more. The world's largest indoor vertical farm is well on its way to producing millions of pounds of food a year while using less water. Last December, Aero Farms Incorporated secured $20 million of venture funding, paving the way for its 70,000 square foot facility in Newark, New Jersey. Now, the company is on track to produce 2 million pounds of food a year. The facility houses an efficient aeroponic vertical farm system that uses 95% less water than conventional commercial field farms and 40% less than hydroponic farms. The farms use no sunlight or soil. Instead, the plants are housed on shelves and sprout out of a cloth medium made of post-consumer recycled plastic. Each cloth takes 24 plastic water bottles out of the waste stream. An aeroponic system mists the plant's roots with water, nutrients, and oxygen. The closed system allows the farm to use less water. An LED lighting system is programmed to create a specific light recipe for each plant. This gives the greens the exact spectrum, intensity, and frequency they need for photosynthesis in the most energy-efficient way possible. The programmed lights allow farmers to control the size, shape, texture, color, flavor, and nutrition of the foods produced. The cloth medium separates the plants from the nutrient-rich mists, allowing for fresh, clean, and dry produce to be harvested. Once harvested, the cloth medium can be fully sanitized and reused on new crops. By using the aeroponic and LED systems, farmers can monitor plant growth and tweak and track changes to allow for further improvements to the system. The AeroFarm system is also customizable. The company hopes to build farms in different sizes and configurations to grow food in varied locations with the most efficient yield per square foot, no matter the space. AeroFarms aims to have 25 facilities around the world in 5 years. The company's farms can each rotate among 22 varieties of crops a year. Solar-powered floating farms could help feed the world. Barcelona-based company Forward Thinking Architecture has developed a solar-powered floating farm system that could ease growing global food demand. Smart Floating Farms, or SFF, was inspired by traditional grid-shaped fish farms in Asia. Each SFF is 200 meters wide and 350 meters long, roughly the size of 6 football fields. They can be connected to form a cluster of modules. Photovoltaic panels are installed on the top level to harvest sunlight for electricity, and it has rainwater collectors for irrigation purposes. Other renewable energy technologies such as micro-wind turbines may also be added. The second level is a greenhouse for the vegetables, which are grown without soil under the hydroponic system. The plants receive natural light from the skylight openings. The ground level is used as a fish farm on the open sea and features a fish egg hatchery, a slaughterhouse, and a storage room for the fish. By using farms in nearby waters as a food source, the SFF can help reduce reliance on imported food. All the modules are centrally controlled by software via cloud technology. The production data will be analyzed and can be used to make comparisons on the food needs for specific cities. Each SFF is estimated to have a maximum production of just over 8 tons of vegetables and slightly over 1.7 tons of fish per year. The floating farms are ideal for densely populated cities near coastal areas, such as Los Angeles, New York, Tokyo, Singapore, and Hong Kong. As the world's population increases, food demand is expected to increase 50% by 2030 and 70% by 2050. Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews.
How to feed 8 billion people using LED lamps. They say out of disasters can come miracles. On March the 11th, 2011, at 2:46 p.m., a large earthquake struck off Japan's northeastern coast, setting off a large tsunami and wrecking the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power station. It became known as the Great East Japan Disaster. The region is also a big farming community, meaning there were food shortages as a result. Botanist Shigeru Shimamura and his company Mirai used the disaster as a catalyst to test his theory on the viability of indoor industrial farming. The indoor farm is located in a 25,000 square foot former semiconductor plant that was vacated after the Tohoku, Japan earthquake in 2011. The farm factory can yield up to 10,000 heads of lettuce a day thanks to the strict clean room environment. Soil and air temperature, humidity and light are all controlled to exacting specifications. Outdoor farming is fraught with risks. For example, too much sunlight can stunt a crop's yield. But in this farm, the special LEDs developed by General Electric can be controlled to give off the amount of light most conducive to photosynthesis. Meaning instead of 50% of all crops being discarded, less than 1% gets thrown away. Also, the amount of water used in irrigation is greatly reduced, and the number of harvests can be 4 times the normal rate. Let me say that once more. 10,000 heads of lettuce every day, rain or shine. Mirai and GE are looking to expand to Hong Kong and Russia in the near term, with the goal of expanding to the point where the veggie factories can be used to conserve both land and water worldwide.